Good morning, girls. Hope everyone is well and safe at home. Girls, last time we were discussing the conditions of the Muslims after the War of Independence, and we have done 2 points with it. That is, they were dismissed from their government jobs, and then the big landlords, they were turned into tenant cultivators. Now today we will discuss the third point, that is educational backwardness. Muslims' educational and religious institutions were also maltreated. Maltreated means badly treated. Earlier, the income of the religious institutions were spent on education of the Muslims. Now was being used in other pursuits. Pursuits means other activities as per British government's desire. So most of the Muslim institutions, they were closed. In this way, the Britishers plundered the religious institutions. Plundered means they had robbed, they had stolen the religious institutions. Muslims who were educated from the remaining institutions could not get any job, and it was a big shock for religious factions. Factions means very small groups within a larger ones. So it means the Muslims, they got educationally backward, and they were not giving the proper attention, and the religious institutions, they were very badly treated, and the Muslim institutions, they were closed. So in this way, not only the religious institutions, they were affected, but the Muslims who were getting education from the other institutions could not get any type of job, and it was a big shock, and it was a great problem for the religious factions. Now the next one is the replacement of Persian by English as an official language. Now it was not a big issue for the Hindus that it was only the replacement of one language to another, but for the Muslims it was a great disturbance, because there was a change in the Islamic culture and civilization. The British government declared English as an official language in place of the Persian. It did not make any difference for the Hindus, but it was only the replacement of one language by other for them. But Muslims were shocked. They were shocked in which sense? They shocked because this change, because it was meant not only the change of language, but the change of Islamic culture and civilization. Because Persian language, it is basically the Islamic culture. It was going to portray the Islamic culture, civilization. For Hindus, it didn't matter a lot, because it was only a replacement or change of a language. But for the Muslim, it meant, because it was going to affect the Islamic culture and civilization. Moreover, Muslim children were not ready to get education in English, so they became deprived of. Deprived of means prevent from having the modern education. On the other hand, Hindus established superiority over Muslims in educational field by learning English. So at that very time, what was the need of the hour at that very time? It was to acquire modern education, to learn English language. And as the Muslim children, they were not ready to get the education in English, so they were deprived of it. Clear? So on the other hand, what did happen? The Hindus who were getting the education from these English medium schools, they got superiority over Muslims. So what happened in the field of judiciary, medicine, engineering, and others, they were open for the Hindus, and consequently Hindus started getting high positions in every walk of life. So what happened when the Hindus, they were acquiring the modern education, they were getting the having the awareness of the English language. So definitely all the important fields, like in the field of judiciary, in the field of medicine, in the field of engineering, they were going to become superior from the Muslims, and Hindus started getting the high position in every walk of life, because they compromised the situation. After the War of Independence, the condition of Muslims in the social, economic, and educational sector was disappointing. Disappointing means displeased. So in this situation, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan came forward to rescue Muslim and tried to create consciousness among the Muslim. So at that very particular time when Sir Syed Ahmad Khan appeared on the scene, he appeared as a reformer. And how did he reappear? How did he appear as a reformer? To rescue the Muslims, to save the Muslim, and try to create the consciousness among the Muslims to acquire modern education and to learn English language. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan said, "It is reality that Muslims were not rulers, but they were being ruled." There is a great depth in this sentence. That what did he say? He said that it is the reality that Muslims are no more rulers, but they were being ruled by the British government. Therefore, he introduced a principle of dignified life. Dignified means very pride of feeling dignity for the Muslims, so they could respectably compromise with British government and move forward. So it was also in the points mentioned by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan in the Aligarh movement that Muslims, they must abridge the distance between the Muslims and the British government. And it is the need of an hour to acquire modern education and learn English language. And thirdly, to keep them away from the political activities. So this is how Sir Syed Ahmad Khan got the opportunity to reform the Muslim community and to convince them, to make them change in their mind and to move ahead and to compromise with the British government. So we have finished with this question, and now complete it, and then in the next lecture we will move ahead and we'll move to the next lesson. Thank you girls. Take care. Allah Hafiz.